All right, here we go, big guy. Three,
I'm ready.
2, 1. Sims complete. We're back. Sponsored by FanDuel, part of the Believe Sports Network. And FanDuel, hey, this is where you get all your wagers, your odds going into all these weekends matchups, and especially for the matchup tonight and the doubleheader for tomorrow on Monday Night Football. And hey, no surprise here. The Packers are favored 6.5 points. So our boys that believe in the Green Bay Packers taking on Jerry's World. Live and in color here tonight. Micah Parsons with the return. But yeah, the Packers are 6.5 point favorites in this game. Big guy. Let's get right to it, though. Let's go to the New York Giants. The New York Giants get the W at home, 21-18 over the Los Angeles Chargers. Big guy, should we just start with the obvious? Let's go with your boy Jaxson Dart himself.
Oh, yeah.
The man, Braveheart style face paint there. Let's go.
Oh, man, I know. He's not afraid, man. He's going to be who he is. Yeah. And he was like that in training camp, preseason, everything. And now I just want to apologize, though. I get to watch this much today because I was in Iowa City, Iowa, doing the Indiana and Iowa football game. So getting back from there is not that easy. But I made it. I got bags under my eyes. I'm tired, but whatever. Who cares? But yeah, good. it was what I think you'd want to see if you were a Giant fan, and even us. Yes, I root for the Giants, and you do too. But deep down, we want to watch them and hope they win. But the energy right away was there. The fans, his play, the opening drive. I mean, that's my first thought. Like I was just like, wow, they got off to a good start. This is great. Let's see where it goes. That's my first thought, Matt. Give me yours.
Yeah, I want to say it really just comes with Jaxson Dart and his energy, right, and his presence to the game. And I think that was like a big part of it, right? It's just the fact that that opening drive, you could just feel that, hey, he was going to get in that damn end zone, right? And really good play calling. Good job by him, scrambling, playing tough. Creating some plays when they weren't there, quick, decisive decisions throughout the football game. But that opening drive, especially with that quarterback draw there to seal it, I think was absolutely phenomenal. And just a breath of fresh air for everyone in the stadium, and especially for us at home, too. We were pretty pumped to see our boy cross that goal line there to get in the end zone for the first time.
Yeah, when he got in there, I just saw an interview with your brother who was down there in Dallas doing the game. Had him, I guess they were doing what we're doing right here. And he asked him, all the questions. He goes, how about that dance? Did you, whatever? He goes, oh, no, I saw it in TikTok. So, just showing his age. But, the celebration, and I think somebody else, I saw this. I'm stealing their information, but I can't remember who it was. If it was, I'd say it. But how when he even played in the preseason, how every time something went well, so many teammates were all around him.
Right.
So they must have liked his personality, his work ethic, and they really believed in him as a quarterback, and it showed in the game today. And the Giants, my other thing, there's so many things about the game. Some I didn't like. I mean, come on. We get down inside the 5. I'm like, they're going to run away with this, and we run the ball 3 times, and we have to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
And that was pretty rough. But the defensive front and the coverage a lot.
Right.
It was the defensive front was borderline spectacular today. Do you agree, or you think it was?
I agree. I mean, I think it's just more information just to remind us all that Brian Burns is one of the best defensive linemen in the NFL right now. He's absolutely one of the top 5 defensive ends in the NFL right now. And I don't really care what the statistics say. Just by watching them alone, I know that everyone is focused on him and game planning for him, and yet he is still being super disruptive and just plays with tremendous energy and heart the entire game. Yeah, I mean, it's just he really does. And that's what I just I commend him on just his effort alone. And then be on top of just being a talented, smart, high football IQ football player and really being aware of situations. I think he played absolutely phenomenal. And you're right. I would say back end secondary was like definitely got one of the best grades of the season, because there was a few plays too where we were used to seeing those wide open throws over the middle against the Giants defense really the past 2 years. And it did seem like they did a great job of buttoning those things up. There was a lot of contested throws by Justin Herbert. Even some of his really good throws were, they were close. He was towing the line there with just some of the throws and how aggressive he was playing to win that football game. But yeah, it starts with Brian Burns. It goes to the secondary and how well they played in slowing down this aggressive passing attack.
Let me say this though. You even said it to me. Kayvon Thibodeaux. Yep. He's from training camp to now. He's just a different guy. Yep. And Abdul Carter, and you said it to me down there when you came over, we started trying to watch games. You go, I think he's starting to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah, right.
Rushing the passer is totally different in the NFL than it is in college.
Right.
And he's starting to look fast, moves, everything. And, of course, Dexter Lawrence put the big paw up there, got an interception.
Right.
And I don't know what to say about his running. I didn't put a watch on it, that's for sure, because I don't know if we could last that long. But it was a great play. So, just overall, so many good things. I did worry about Jaxson Dart as we were there. He did do a good job of running and trying to avoid hits, but then, I don't know. I thought maybe his left hamstring was going to be a problem. I go, man, if he has to come out of the game, this is going to be just wrap it all up. This is the Giants season. And to him, I'm sure he toughed it out. He'll be okay next week with some rest, whatever. But
yeah,
a valiant effort by the team. And you saw the relief, man, when that game was over. They finally won a game this year. And now they got that out of the way. We'll see where they go from there.
Yeah, and it didn't come with some casualty too to the victory as well today. And just to kind of put a little final touch on the defense too, Abdul Carter, you can look at the stat sheet. It's not going to say anything, right? There's going to be a lot of blank zeros next to his name on the stat sheet. That's not reflective of how disruptive he was in the game, though.
Yeah.
He is absolutely disrupting plays. He is bringing Justin Herbert down on multiple occasions in the backfield, and Herbert just miraculously is able to and is strong enough to get the ball out and just save himself from the sack. So Abdul Carter is inching closer and closer to being that guy that really does dominate the defensive line at times. But yeah, it goes back to just Malik Nabers, the injury. Of course, Jones actually just had an interview out, your fellow CBS commentator, about how just the turf in New York Giants Stadium is viewed as one of the worst in the NFL. And of course, Malik Nabers' injury today, Alt's injury today, a few others. That question is going to come up again in conversation as far as just the turf and all that. Hey, whether you believe it or not, it's true. It doesn't matter. People are going to look for reasons to explain the injuries that take place at that stadium. But yeah, Malik Nabers, it does look like a serious knee injury, which would be pretty devastating loss for the New York Giants, considering how optimistic we feel after such a gritty win against a good football team.
Yeah, it's the whole league. The players are so dynamic.
Yeah,
so big, they're so fast, and playing the way they do and all the effort it takes, and pro football and all the weird positions, no matter where you play, what you're going to get in,
right?
And you just got to hope you survive them. And when he laid on the ground, that's the first thing I thought. I was thinking it was going to be serious, and hopefully it's not. Maybe we're a little ahead of what we should be saying.
Right.
But we'll see. Hope it's if it's 5 weeks or 6 weeks out, that'll be awesome.
No doubt. No doubt.
But the big thing is, in all of sports, whatever the game is, just getting that monkey off your back and winning one and getting confidence. And now you don't have to hear it too much.
Right.
It's a really big deal.
It is.
And the Giants hung in there, man. They showed some grit. There's no doubt about it. So
they did. It was good to see Theo Johnson get involved too, a little bit here and there. Right. That's a guy that I feel like just, man, I would love to see, the offense every now and then just give him a few more opportunities, or him earning more opportunities within the offense, especially now with Malik's future being somewhat questionable. Cam Scatterbo, very much like Jaxson Dart, right? They are a great combo, Mario and Luigi back there in the backfield, and it's fantastic because I feel like they bring so much enthusiasm, right? And Cam with his backflip and his little whatever that is thing. But it is the corniest and coldest touchdown celebration in the NFL right now. But man, is an absolute just old school sledgehammer every time he has the football in his hand. So
I think you and I, we laughed, or not laugh. I look at stats, during the game, got a computer, And I think I said, Matt, it was 25 carries or 23, one of the two.
Yeah.
And you went, oh man, just can't do that every game.
No, but, and hey, his style is not for longevity, but we'll take it for right now because we need it. Yeah, we need it. Dexter Lawrence got the interception today. Drew Phillips also had another interception on a little pick play they tried to run, played it beautifully, and did a good job too at affecting the passer. I think that was Abdul Carter on that play too, that rushed Justin Herbert to throw that early. So again, another way that he is making the impact in the game. Giants win 21-18. Let's move on. We're going to go to Dublin, Ireland, because it's my island. And Aaron Rodgers, I know. Aaron Rodgers, 18-22 for 200 yards and a touchdown. Played some really clean football. Kenneth Gainwell did a great job on the ground, 19 for 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. Even got Caleb Johnson, your fellow Hawkeye, involved in the game a little bit, the young guy. DK Metcalf looks like a totally different dude, with the offense, man. And I said it to you earlier. Last year, I feel like we saw Aaron Rodgers running his offense in New York with the Jets. I feel like what I'm seeing is Aaron Rodgers buying into Mike Tomlin and Arthur Smith's offense and way of thinking, and it's really proven to be successful for him because I think it kind of takes one layer of just angst and anxiety of kind of running the whole thing. He's leaning on his coaches. The coaches are setting up some really good play designs. And, of course, he's just doing a great job of being that veteran leader that's making the right decision. The touchdown to DK Metcalf is something that I think is just an example of that. He lined up in a tight split. He's looking left. They're setting up the in cut to the right to DK, hit it perfectly in rhythm. And that's why he was able to just turn on the boosters and score that touchdown. And, man, he looks fast and strong with the football in his hands. So the Steelers with a really impressive win across the Atlantic today against the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. And DK, man, does he look big in that uniform? Oh my God, looks like
it might be the number. The number makes him look even like just a single digit 4. I feel like look even bigger and stronger.
I was just getting home about the time that game was ending.
Yeah.
And but I did get to see the highlights pretty quick when they were showing them. And DK Metcalf, I said, "Oh my gosh, who's the tight end?" After he caught it, no, it's him. Boy, he can. So whatever. Yeah. But I did try to watch. I saw about 10 of Aaron Rodgers' throws. I thought his movement, it was pretty damn good. I don't know what everybody expects from these quarterbacks and the movement stuff, but Aaron Rodgers can still run and just like that touchdown, the way he can throw the ball and manipulate it just with his hand. I know we talked about this, but it is still phenomenal. Yeah. I can't wait. I hope I can live long enough till he's like 60. And let me see you throw it now, Aaron. And he'd probably throw this damn thing as harder than he does now. I mean, that is never going away. That arm, that hand, whatever you want to say, it's going to be there forever. It's like Dan Marino, those guys, Brett Favre. You just go, they're just born to throw it. And man, it's great. It is fun to watch him throw the ball, though. And you're right. You take the offense away from him now, just kind of, we're going to coach you and let's do it this way. And that takes a lot off of his mind, his thought process, trying to work so hard mentally to get the right throw. Well, that's over. Don't do it. Let him call the plays and try to execute the plays they call. And if he does that, the Steelers, they look slower than hell the first 2 weeks of the year. I mean, come on. It was like I said, oh, it's over. I really said, there's no way they're going to win many games.
Right.
And what I saw today, you tell me, they look fast.
They did. Yeah, they looked fast, and I think just this was the first time too, super aggressive defensively, and maybe they kind of smelled a little blood in the water, of course, with Minnesota and their injuries on the offensive line, and Carson Wentz getting his second start across the world essentially, and just saying, hey, let's get after it, let's force this guy to make some errant throws, and it definitely paid off. They had 6 sacks in the day, 10 tackles for a loss. Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson played phenomenal in the interior part of that defense today. Peyton Wilson had probably one of the best hustle plays in all of football today when he chased down, Jordan Addison. Huge completion down the right sideline. For whatever reason, Jordan Addison just got behind everybody on the defense. Carson Wentz finds him. Peyton Wilson tracks this dude down, tackles him, extends the drive, and really wasted a lot of time off the clock too, that ultimately paid in the favor of the Pittsburgh Steelers closing this football game out for Minnesota towards the end. But TJ Watt was great. Herberg was phenomenal too. Keanu Benton, nose tackle, Wisconsin, a guy that was drafted in 2023, played extremely well too. So the defense is starting to figure it out. TJ Watt had an interception. Deshaun Elliott had an interception. A few others were damn close to also getting some interceptions. Even James Pierre, who came in late for an injured DB. So Steelers defense, offense, playing complementary football, old school brand of ball. Aaron Rodgers doing some good stuff, just playing clean football and making smart decisions. So man, hey, it's always ugly with Pittsburgh, and they're staying true to what they know and dragging other people down in the mud with them.
Yeah, you know what I know? I think about, I was just watching today and seeing the end of all these games and all that, is that it's just a week-to-week league.
Yeah.
And I want you, correct me when I do it. I'm not going to, they got it, I'm not going to go too far out in what I say, because it's just amazing. Injuries. I mean, come on. We watched the first 3 weeks, the Chargers. If you told me they're going to make Super Bowl, I go, yeah, sure. I can see them going to Super Bowl. But now all the injuries, and today it wasn't even any time that I feel like that's the Chargers. Right. And when you're, here for everybody out there, see, even Justin Herbert, who's one of the best throwers of football that I've ever watched, when his offensive line can't protect him, all of a sudden you go, oh, that was a bad throw. Why did he miss that guy? I mean, that was a lot. That was. I kept thinking during the game, because I have so much faith in Justin Herbert. I said, man, he's going to sit back there. He's going to rip a few and throw it over the top of us sooner or later. And that was kind of like my thought the whole game.
Right.
And the Giants just did a great job of taking that away from him. But so, the Chargers, they got a little thinking to do and work to do because of these injuries. So we'll see what happens with them.
I know I like Amar in Hampton. I know that.
I wrote him down.
Yeah.
Hey,
dude.
Hot dang. Did he look good?
Hot dang, Phil says about Amar in Hampton.
You know who else looked good today?
Who?
Ashton Genty.
Yes, he did. All right, wait, let's go.
He watch the game. He saw the Chargers. He goes, well, hell, I can run like that. Because he did look fast today. I thought he looked fast. And so maybe he's getting his legs under him, or, from that, whatever he did, keep doing it, because it was fun to watch today.
Yeah, and hey, he's recently has been called out a little bit by a few other people in the media. Even our own Chris Sims has mentioned it too, of how he's been a little underwhelming to start the season. Ryan Clark even came out, said some pretty aggressive things at Ashton Genty and his performance so far this season. But you're right, the legs are getting underneath him, it seemed like today. And really, honestly, I feel like this was the first time in this Bears who won the game 25-24 over the Raiders in unbelievable fashion. Big Phil will fill you in on kind of how that ended up here in a second. But just Ashton Genty just getting the opportunity, I think, that to really run the football. And it came more so as a response of, I think, Geno just playing a little over aggressive right now. Yeah. Right? We know how good he is and how talented. It seems like he's pressing just a little bit to start the season. And I think that was their response as a coaching staff. We're going to take the football out of Geno Smith's hands. We're just going to be really aggressive. We're going to get in the trenches and run the football with Ashton Genty, who had 21 carries for 138 and a touchdown. He had a long of 64, which was a really impressive one, because that was the run that we saw in college football, right? Yeah. Between the tackles, hey, someone's going to hit him hard in the leg in the lower half, and he just plows right through it and then accelerates past everybody. So congrats to Ashton Genty.
Running backs are like everybody in the field, like quarterbacks, like wide receivers. You got to get them going. The quarterback, you need to help him a little early in the game. Let's get it. I feel good. I'm accurate. I'm completing passes. And the same with runners. I'm sure it's like they got to see the front. Oh, they're moving, whatever, and just get a feel for the game. Hopefully that's what it is, because I do want to see him play well. The Raiders are another team that I think all of America, we all follow them a little bit, because it's the Raiders. I mean, it's black and silver, and they're indoors, and it's pretty cool to watch them. So
is it black and silver or silver and black? But okay.
Well, whatever. I was close. So that's it. I'll do the special teams real quick. Just Philadelphia, they block a field goal, right? They block a punt.
Yes.
So that was one, just special teams. And then Chicago, against the Raiders tonight. The Raiders kind of get in position, I think, for a 54-yard field goal, and it was blocked.
Right.
And there you go. So, man, special teams, I'm not doing it justice because today I'm a little light on information here, but it seems to be every week, 4 weeks, we've talked a lot about special teams.
Yeah.
And the problem with that, when you do something wrong on special teams, it's almost big enough to make you lose the game.
Right.
You know, you can throw an interception, it seems like and survive, but these kicks that are blocked and everything, it's tough. Changes teams big time. So that's
fun. No, special teams definitely is very it can obviously lift you up, and it could absolutely be devastating too when you see some of those big time plays in special teams, because you sometimes too as players, when you're not a part of special teams, your brain does kind of shut off for some of those downs.
Yeah.
So you're kind of thinking, all right, the next drive, and then something happens, sudden change, and then it changes on a dime for you. White Lotus in the comments too just said, all hail Phil. Your debut win was at a similar time when the team was struggling. And if I remember correctly, much respect. You are one of my heroes. So thank you, White Lotus, for that comment to Big Phil.
No,
Yeah.
I had people texting me today something about a team that hadn't won or whatever. I don't even know.
Right.
But yeah, my first start was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1979. I think they were 5-0.
They were.
And we won, and I tore it up. I went 6-12 for 36 yards.
You know what? Hey, you got the dub. Yeah, 0-5 football team versus a 5-0 football team. And Adam Schefter tweeted it early today.
Oh, he did.
He posted it again today that Jaxson Dart is making his first start against the undefeated team. The last time that has happened was when Phil Simms got his first start against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, let me say this. So the following week, I did throw for 300 yards and ran for a touchdown and all that. So so it wasn't like.
Who were you playing against week 2?
San Francisco.
Oh, there you go. Well, then, yeah, there you go.
Had a good run for a touchdown and threw for over 300 yards. If I remember. But yeah, that was, man, of course, I'm like, when the game is over, even though you win as a rookie, you go, I was what? Wow. It felt bad, but it really was bad, huh? Okay. Yeah.
Right.
But I handed it up, but my handoffs were really good. I was really pushing it. Yeah. That's what you do.
Well, I mean, listen, Jaxson Dart only threw for 100-something yards today, too. So it really doesn't matter about the stats always. It's really just kind of the presence that you have and all that. So, hey, Phil, you had aura. Jackson's got aura. We're good. We're golden. We're going forward. Here we go.
Okay. Go ahead. What's next? We got another game, or we going to just talk about a few other things?
Yeah, I thought just like, hey, Chiefs beating the Baltimore Ravens 37-20 today, I think is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are a football team that, we're trying to figure out what is going on with them. The same thing with the Baltimore Ravens. And we're kind of thinking that we're going to learn a little bit more about both these teams when they match up. And I don't know, like, I'm kind of concerned about the Baltimore Ravens and just how they look. It just seems like a very flat football team right now.
They were flat today. Okay, wow.
Yeah. So you get the same feeling.
I could feel it watching it.
Right.
And it just no life, no emotion. And Lamar was unhappy. He came out of the game. I guess he strained maybe his hamstring, or they were kind of not clear what it was when he was sitting on the bench. And the Raven defense, and Patrick Mahomes, man, it's amazing what it does. The energy, the speed, and everything looked like it was all on Kansas City's side. And Mahomes, man, that's another one. He had it today. He warmed up and said, "Oh, I got my fastball," because he was letting that thing go. And boy, was he on target! I thought, throwing the ball really, really well with power and accuracy. And you know how it is. Your body, you don't go out there every day and throw the ball 95 miles an hour.
Right.
You want to, but sometimes you can't. And I've kind of seen that with him. I think he's had spurts here lately, Matt, that you just go, he's not throwing as well as he usually does.
Yeah.
And everybody, well, the receivers are not open. Hey, I'm not judging the damn stats. I'm judging the ball, how it comes out of his hand. I'm not going to go, well, 9 of 10 is QBR, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So
I do.
And that was kind of good to see. And let's be honest, when the Chiefs are in this stuff, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. And I think ultimately what we're finding out too is that maybe just a little bit too, maybe just a little bit too much just looking forward for the Ravens and trying to project what we kind of want for them on them. And maybe they really just aren't quite all there. Now, Matabike was out, Kyle Van Noy was out, so they were a little bit beat up defensively today with some of their guys out there. I think even Roquan Smith, he was out too as well today. So, it was a thin group defensively, but they were lacking energy. 9 different guys caught a football pass today from Patrick Mahomes on the Chiefs. And I think the biggest thing, Holloway Brown looked good. Xavier Worthy speed showed up a few different times throughout the football game. Of course, when those guys are around Travis Kelce, that kind of has that like layer or that blanket that kind of protects him a little bit in that underneath area to get him involved. So he was awesome. Juju got a touchdown in that low red zone area. And those 2 red zone throws that you were talking about, the one to Juju, the one to Hollywood, I think that's also too, like where you see, yeah, he was slinging it. He was pretty aggressive with the way that he was throwing it today.
Yeah. The other thing is one, they can't defend the pass, Baltimore. That's starting to really show up. That's one thing. They can't get the pass rush. But the other thing is we saw it with Detroit, and we saw it again today. When you spy Lamar, it's not affecting the pass defense, but it's affecting him. Because he tries to step up in the pocket and go, and there's the guy. And now that's 2 weeks in a row. So you can just guarantee it. This is going to be a big thing against the Baltimore Ravens. So you got to be able to stand back there and not be running and make the throws, which Lamar can, of course. But I found it interesting again. He wants to, Lamar, he understands it, and he's very accurate throwing the football. I mean, we say this all the time, but you just can't believe how good he is until you just go, wow. The motion's compact as hell, and he spins it. It's always on target. But I even felt like he was losing confidence today. I really did. I was like,
I agree. Man,
he's I think he wants to go this. Can y'all just rush and quit trying to spy me all the time?
Yeah. Well, it is interesting. I feel like they almost lose. He almost loses patience, and I feel like games sometimes where it's like he can't just nickel and dime me to death. I feel like it's like every time he throws a 5-yard completion, he's just like, it should be 55, So I feel like sometimes he just gets like overexcited. And if they don't make a big play here or there, kind of just loses a little bit of his confidence and his energy. And it kind of goes to a little bit of a negative aspect, I feel like, for the football team as it goes.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a little bit, definitely seen a lot of that, I should say, the last couple of weeks. So this will be something we'll watch. We won't forget it. And we'll see how it cleans up. Got good coaches. Todd Monken, he's pretty smart.
Yeah.
He's done this in a lot of ways. So they're going to have to kind of reinvent themselves a little bit. So we'll see where that goes.
All right. So, hey, and you wanted to mention too, just real quick.
Yes.
Bills win today. They win 31-19 over the New Orleans Saints at home. The Saints are 0-4, right? Bills are 4-0. But still, you felt like what? Like when you were watching the Buffalo Bills today?
That I just go, I just go, I don't look at them and go, wow, that looks like a Super Bowl team.
Right.
And I don't want to go on this maybe Super Bowl, but I even go, can you even, it's just, they don't look great to me. Right. They're getting run on. People are making plays. The pass game for them, I know the numbers are probably pretty good. They are with Josh Allen, but it's not dynamic. Not what you see from good teams that get on rolls.
Right.
And again, there's the Saints 0-4, running the ball, moving the ball up and down the field. I mean, and I'm like, they're going to lose. I can just see this, but the Bills hung on, found a way to get it done. But yeah, looking at it and trying to project what they're going to be the rest of the year, I don't know. But I know this, what I've seen, they're very fortunate to be 4-0. And it's a good thing that they were playing the Saints today. It was good last week. They played the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
So we'll see when they keep playing these good teams. We saw what the Baltimore Ravens did. They just marched up and down the field with their offense against the Bills defense. So that's just one thing I wanted to mention. And the other one is Cleveland.
Right.
I mean, are we going to see a new quarterback in Cleveland next week? What's your thought?
I would think so. Yeah. I think there were even just Dylan getting a little opportunity there at the end of the game. I know it wasn't much in garbage time there, but just even him being thrown to the game at the last minute there when the game is out of hand. Maybe it is a little inkling of what we might see next week. And yeah, probably can't hurt either. I'm not saying that it's done for Joe Flacco this season. He'll probably get another opportunity to start for the Cleveland Browns at some point. But yeah, maybe doing a little bit of what the Giants did today, getting a younger guy in there and just injecting a little life into your football program with a guy who he's got nothing to lose, right? Than just going out there and playing with tremendous energy like we saw with Jaxson Dart today.
Yeah, I really do. I'll be surprised if he's not the star. I don't know who they play next week. I should have looked it up, but it doesn't matter. It's like today, oh, don't start Jaxson Dart because, it's the Chargers. Wait till you go down to New Orleans. Well, wait, come on, relax. New Orleans is looking at the Giants go, hey, look at this one. We can win this one.
Right.
So, we don't know. And look how it looked for Jaxson Dart today. So if they think it's time, then I think it's time to do it. Flacco could come in late in the game, maybe if you need him for that one drive. I don't know. He can still be there, but I think it's time to move on from him. And Dylan Gabriel, I like what he did in the preseason. He'll get the first shot at that job.
So the Cleveland Browns will play the Minnesota Vikings next week.
I'd wait a weekend.
That is in London, right? Because the Vikings are doing a doubleheader over there in London. So yeah, they got the Minnesota Vikings, and why not? Honestly, with Minnesota's offensive line issues and all of that, and Myles Garrett and that defense coming to town, I would take my chances with Dylan Gabriel and give him a shot. So why not?
Really? I'm just thinking the week. Those are different weeks. Practice time, no matter what you do, it's not the same. It's not as great. So, well, hey, whatever. If they start him, I'll be home next Sunday morning. I'll get to watch it from start.
Right. So, good.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts that you had on the games today, or other things that caught your eye? Michael Penix playing really well today against the Washington Commanders. I thought that was great, especially if they laid an egg. Yeah.
I think this, Matt, the fumble by the Colts should be 4-0.
Right.
And they're 3-1.
Right.
And Mitchell, right? That's who it was, the wide receiver.
Yeah, Adonai Mitchell. Yeah.
Yep. Celebrated a yard too quick.
And then he got the holding call too on Jonathan Taylor's big run. So that was devastating too. But they had their opportunities to win this football game on the road. Daniel Jones does throw his first interception of the season, but they played damn good. And this team, I don't think, isn't going anywhere.
Yeah. The other thing is, then they got the long pass because the defenders, I can't remember how it went, but one of them fell down and Tutu Atwell runs down the field by himself.
Right.
And I did catch it on the side TV. I was, I got to watch this. And I go, what happened? It must be some great route. And then they show the replay. The guy guarding him falls down, and there's nobody in the backfield there to catch him. So that was big. And then John Taylor had a long run called back.
He did.
You say that?
Yep. So, he had 17 for 76 today. He had the long one that was called back. Kyron Williams had a good day on the ground for 13 of 77. Blake Corum also got involved too. So both teams pretty balanced offensively as far as their passing game. Matthew Stafford had another phenomenal game, 29 of 41 for 3 touchdowns and 375. So he's just a dog. Puka Nacua, of course, just doing what Puka Nacua does, getting open consistently and also being one of the best blocking receivers in the NFL. Tutu Atwell with the one catch for 88 yards and a touchdown. So, man, this was a conflicting game for me too, because I feel like I am a little bit of a Rams fan and a Daniel Jones fan. So I was like, man, I want the Colts to win, but Stafford to play great. Or no, I want the Rams to win, but I want Daniel. I couldn't make up my mind. Either way, I feel like both quarterbacks, a lot of good. Daniel Jones still did a lot of good stuff in this one today. Even though they got the loss and he had his first interception of the season, I still feel like the Colts are in a good position with a resurgence there in Duval with the Jacksonville Jaguars, probably getting the best road win of the day, I would have to say, right? Going into San Francisco and getting a dub over the 49ers, just a phenomenal win. And shout out to Anthony Campanelli, our fellow Paisan here from New Jersey, the defensive coordinator. That defense is flying around, making a lot of plays, forcing a lot of turnovers. And what do you think so far about Liam Cohn and how he's worked with Trevor Lawrence?
He's the man. Trevor Lawrence looks like a new dude.
Right.
Yeah, he's got something going on. He's got a personality out there. It's great. It really is. And the other thing is Jacksonville, they are brutal.
Yeah.
You're out there. You said it. Anthony Campanelli down there. You know, I saw him back years ago. We were watching it right when he was on Hard Knocks, talking to the team.
Yeah.
What a mouth, man. He was saying he had it all going. But I've said this like from week one, the way how physical Jacksonville is, and Liam Cohen, he's the perfect guy. He's already reached the quarterback. So we got that settled. The quarterback, I don't know what you think. I think he looks really good. I don't care what the numbers are. They probably don't match what my thoughts are.
Yeah.
But he just looks confident. They're doing everything with him. He's controlling the ball. And this is going to be exciting too. You know,
it is. No, I think they're a legit 3-1 football team. I don't think it's fluky at all. I think they really have played some really good ball, both sides, offensively, defensively. Even had a special teams touchdown today too.
Right.
So just wanted to make sure that, so it was a return of 87 yards, Parker Washington, with that awesome punt return.
Wow.
That was really just an awesome moment for them. But defense was flying around. 2 interceptions of the day. Devin Lloyd with both of them. Man, it's a few punch outs too, forcing fumbles. Tyson Campbell has been playing awesome for them. Devin Lloyd, Alua Khan, they're playing phenomenal football.
A lot of good players.
Yeah, Gardeck with the greatest 6-inch punch I've seen in a while. I think that was Tongas that was carrying the football. And I mean, that was just like a clean punch out there. So you're right though. Trevor Lawrence playing with just like a really good rhythm. And I feel like
there you go
with Doug Peterson, a little bit like a wooden soldier there, right? It's like, stand there. Huh. Okay, read. Nope. Yes. And throw. And in this offense, it looks a little bit more, there's just like a little bit of a flow to him, right? It's like he drops like, oh, there it is. Boom, boom, throw, right?
Limber when he throws. Yeah. I haven't watched every throw, but he's, it's not getting away from him.
Right.
And what they did at times the last couple of years. He just he wasn't missing low. And like I've said many times, you miss high, just take a deep breath and go try to make a tackle.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. He doesn't seem to be leaning as much as he once was.
Yeah.
And then the other gentleman that's playing really good football that looks like he is faster than he's ever been in the league, and that's Travis Etienne.
Oh, my God, you're right.
We were watching his run down the left sideline against the San Francisco 49ers. He had a touchdown of 48 yards. And we both kind of looked at each other and we're like, wow, does he look fast or what? I mean,
and he's big too. So who the hell wants to tackle that?
Well, and there you go. That's what's so great about football too, because you kind of think, all right, the 49ers, what they've been and how close they've been, they're the better football team, all that. No, the Jaguars were the better football team to me today on both sides of the football. And Travis Etienne was the better running back out of him and Christian McCaffrey today with how he ran the football. So credit to the Jaguars. Great start to the season to be 3-1 in September. Duval must be pumped. They haven't been this good in a long time, and it's exciting. It's good for football, I feel like.
Well, as you're talking, sorry I looked off, but the Green Bay Packers got the ball. Bing, bong, boom, touchdown.
Bing, bong, boom. And you know what? That is also why we are out of here.
All right? But real quick, what are we going to do later in the week?
Oh, yeah, so that's right. Big Phil. Phil is calling college football games, and my God, does he love it. Okay. And we've also noticed, right, just a lot of good college quarterbacks right now. And they might be some names that maybe we weren't anticipating in the preseason. But man, there are some really good skill players. There's some damn good quarterbacks, and me and Big Phil are going to break down some of these QBs. I'm going to tell you, I already got a list going, and it's like 20 deep already. So we'll see. We'll see who does make that cut to talk, or maybe we'll kind of split into 2 episodes, but there's a lot of good players right now.
I tell you, they're going to flood the market next year.
Yeah.
Because it's real, because everyone we're going to talk about, I think, I haven't looked at the list or thought about it yet, but they got experience. They got the talent. They can run. They got, there are a lot of really good throwers.
Yeah.
I mean, guys that can just light it with speed and power. They got touch. I mean, it's this, I know 2 years ago, we had that great 6 quarterbacks taken into the first 12, 14 picks, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if that probably won't happen, but you might be able to get a really, really good one here next year in a second round, maybe even the third. It just depends how it falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. I got done with the game in Iowa yesterday and drove 2 hours up to Des Moines so I could catch a plane today. So I caught some of the Alabama game at the end. I'm watching. I go, Ty Simpson. I was like, wow. I just caught like probably the last 8 or 10 throws of the game. It's Ty Simpson, right?
That's right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, my God, I hadn't really seen him.
Yeah.
And the scene where, was it last year where they had the big 2 years ago, who's going to be the starter and they're playing them all, whatever. And it just backfires on them. But yeah, very impressed. There's quite a few of them. So he's just one of them.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them. He'll be someone that we highlight because he did have a really good performance against Georgia, ending that home game winning streak. So that was extremely impressive. Ryan Grubb, Kayvon Thibodeaux, biggest win of their careers for sure there in Alabama on the road against Kirby Smart. So we'll get into all that quarterback play. And we'll get to that next week. Thank you to FanDuel again. The Packers 6.5-point favorites tonight. And it looks like after that opening drive, Big Phil, FanDuel is correct. It looks like they are the favorites in this one. So that's all we got from Sims Complete, a part of the Believe Sports Network. We appreciate you tuning in and checking out what we got to say. And we'll be back next week for more stuff for NFL and college breakdown of the quarterbacks. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in.
All right.
All right. Hey, you the man.
Mm-hmm.